Today, we're diving deep into the history and design of one of the most dangerous Imperial starfighters, TIE Defender. Fasten your seatbelts and subscribe for more Star Wars insights. Nordy here, and it's time to get started. The TIE Defender, a pinnacle of Imperial starfighter design, is one of the most formidable and versatile combat vehicles ever deployed in the galaxy. Conceived as a direct response to the growing prowess of Rebel starfighter technology, the Defender's advanced weapon systems represent a convergence of raw firepower, tactical versatility, and unparalleled engineering. Unlike its predecessors in the TIE line, which often sacrificed defense and heavy armament for speed and maneuverability, the TIE Defender was designed to dominate every possible theater of battle, from dogfights against nimble starfighters to assaults on heavily fortified capital ships and installations. This is achieved through its extraordinary arsenal, a complex integration of energy-based weaponry, warhead systems, and cutting-edge tactical tools. The TIE Defender's primary weapon system comprises 6 LS 9.3 laser cannons mounted across its tri-wing structure. 4 of these cannons are situated on the lower wings, forming the backbone of the Defender's offensive capability. The remaining 2 are strategically mounted on the cockpit module's underside. Together, these cannons are calibrated for maximum flexibility and firepower, offering a range of firing configurations to suit various combat scenarios. Each LS 9.3 laser cannon is renowned for its precision and energy efficiency. Individually, they deliver highly accurate bursts of energy, capable of melting through unshielded hulls or weakening shielded targets. However, it is their ability to fire in synchronized modes that gives the Defender its unparalleled lethality. The pilot can select between firing individual bursts, linked pairs, or a devastating all-6 simultaneous volley. This last mode, often referred to as overload fire, allows the Defender to deliver catastrophic damage to its target, potentially obliterating lightly shielded starfighters or delivering crippling strikes to larger vessels in mere seconds. Additionally, the Defender's wingtip-mounted configuration enhances its targeting accuracy. With each cannon positioned at equidistant points along the craft's wings, the Defender ensures superior targeting convergence, allowing focused fire on distant or evasive enemies. Advanced targeting sensors embedded between the paired cannons feed real-time data into the pilot's heads-up display, providing predictive firing solutions even in chaotic engagements. The TIE Defender also features 2 additional LS 9.3 laser cannons beneath its cockpit module. These chin-mounted cannons serve as an auxiliary weapon system, ensuring comprehensive coverage across the Defender's lower firing arcs. While slightly smaller than the wingtip-mounted variants, their rapid response time and wide targeting range make them indispensable in close-quarters combat or engagements involving multiple enemies. These cannons work in tandem with the primary wingtip lasers, creating overlapping fields of fire that eliminate potential blind spots. Whether defending against enemies attempting to flank from below or locking onto fast-moving targets in pursuit, the chin-mounted cannons provide a critical layer of tactical versatility. The TIE Defender's armament also includes 2 Borstal NK-3 medium ion cannons, mounted on the upper wing of the starfighter. These weapons are specifically engineered to deliver concentrated bursts of ionized particles, capable of overloading electronic systems and disabling enemy vessels. While ion cannons lack the destructive force of laser weapons, they serve a unique role in the Defender's arsenal by neutralizing shields and critical systems, leaving enemies vulnerable to follow-up attacks. In combat, these ion cannons are especially effective against heavily shielded targets, such as Rebel freighters, capital ships, or fortified stations. Their ability to strip shields and disable propulsion or weaponry makes them invaluable for missions where destruction isn't the objective. The Defender's pilot can fire the ion cannons independently, or synchronize them with the laser cannons, creating a devastating combination of disabling and destructive force. This versatility makes the Defender a threat to a wide range of enemies, from nimble starfighters to shielded cruisers. At the heart of the TIE Defender's destructive capability lies its pair of MG-2 general-purpose warhead launchers, situated beneath the cockpit module. These launchers, capable of carrying a variety of munitions, provide the Defender with unmatched flexibility in combat. In their standard configuration, each launcher is loaded with 4 concussion missiles or 4 proton torpedoes. Concussion missiles, favored for their speed and agility, are designed to target smaller or faster-moving vessels. Their precision guidance systems allow them to track and strike nimble starfighters or bombers, delivering explosive payloads capable of tearing apart their targets on impact. These missiles are especially useful during dogfights or when engaging enemy formations. Proton torpedoes, by contrast, are engineered for heavy-duty engagements against fortified or shielded opponents. Packed with high-yield explosives, these torpedoes can pierce through even the strongest shields and armor, inflicting catastrophic damage to capital ships, space stations, and planetary fortifications. Their effectiveness makes them a preferred choice during fleet battles or high-priority strike missions. The versatility of the MG2 system doesn't end there. Depending on mission parameters, the launchers can be outfitted with specialized warheads, including proton rockets for high-yield strikes, magnetic pulse warheads for disabling enemy systems en masse, or gravity bombs for surface bombardment. This adaptability ensures the TIE Defender remains effective across diverse combat scenarios. Complementing the MG2 launchers are the optional CLL-3 ion torpedoes, a devastating addition to the Defender's arsenal. These warheads are designed to neutralize capital ships and heavily armored targets by unleashing a massive burst of ionized energy upon impact. This energy disrupts critical systems, disabling weapons, propulsion, and shield generators. The CLL-3 torpedoes are equipped with sophisticated targeting systems, allowing them to home in on specific weak points, such as shield projectors or reactor cores. When deployed in squadrons, TIE Defenders equipped with ion torpedoes can systematically dismantle even the most formidable fleets, ensuring Imperial supremacy in large-scale engagements. In addition to its primary and secondary weapons, the TIE Defender can be outfitted with a tractor beam projector. While initially developed for the TIE Avenger, this compact system has been refined for integration into the Defender's design. The tractor beam allows the pilot to immobilize or manipulate enemy starfighters within close range, rendering them vulnerable to follow-up attacks. The tractor beam also has non-combat applications, such as towing damaged vessels or assisting in hyperspace maneuvers. Its versatility even extends to enhancing the Defender's maneuverability. Skilled pilots have been known to use the beam as an anchor, locking onto large objects to perform tight turns during high-speed dogfights. The TIE Defender's armament is nothing short of revolutionary, combining overwhelming firepower, disabling capabilities, and adaptive warhead systems into a single, unparalleled starfighter. From its precision-engineered LS-9.3 laser cannons to its specialized ion weaponry and versatile warhead launchers, every aspect of the Defender's arsenal has been meticulously designed to secure victory in any engagement. Whether deployed as a lone wolf or in squadrons, the TIE Defender remains a testament to the Empire's commitment to military supremacy, a masterpiece of warfare that strikes fear into all who dare oppose it. The TIE Defender stands as one of the most advanced starfighters ever created in the Galactic Empire's arsenal. With cutting-edge propulsion technology, its engines and power systems were designed to give it unmatched speed, acceleration, and agility, while also ensuring that the craft could operate independently, even in the most demanding combat situations. The Defender's propulsion system is an intricate fusion of advanced ion engine technology, high-output power generation, and hyperdrive capabilities, making it a formidable presence in any engagement. At the heart of the TIE Defender's high-performance capabilities lies the SFSIS-4D solar ionization reactor, a major breakthrough in energy generation technology. This power plant was designed to overcome the constraints of earlier TIE fighters, delivering significantly more energy to power its advanced systems. The IS-4D reactor operates by converting solar radiation into ionized energy through a complex ionization process, harnessing power directly from the surrounding environment. This allows the reactor to generate immense energy while remaining lightweight and compact, a crucial factor for a starfighter of the TIE Defender's size. What set the IS-4D reactor apart from earlier designs was its sheer capacity. Unlike the older, smaller reactors used in TIE models, which were sufficient only for basic systems, the IS-4D was engineered to support the power needs of the Defender's upgraded engines, sophisticated weapons systems, and complex avionics. It provided a constant, stable power flow, ensuring that the TIE Defender could maintain peak performance during extended combat engagements without overheating or depleting its energy reserves. This was a crucial asset for the TIE Defender, as it allowed the starfighter to operate in the heat of battle without having to conserve power for critical systems. The reactor's efficiency also made it highly reliable. It had a longer operational lifespan than older models, reducing maintenance requirements and providing the Defender with a degree of self-sufficiency that many earlier Imperial starfighters lacked. In combination with the efficient SFS-PS 9.7 twin-ion engines, the IS-4D reactor allowed the TIE Defender to sustain its impressive combat performance for longer periods, making it an ideal tool for prolonged operations deep behind enemy lines or during extended skirmishes. The TIE Defender's engines are the most advanced and powerful propulsion system ever seen in a standard TIE fighter. The SFS-PSC 9.7 twin-ion engines, rated at an extraordinary 230 kilotons, were specifically designed for this starfighter to provide unrivaled speed and agility. These engines delivered unprecedented thrust, allowing the Defender to achieve an incredible 4,220 g of maximum acceleration, a figure that outpaced virtually every other ship in the galaxy, including the majority of Rebel starfighters and Imperial counterparts. With such immense acceleration, the Defender could outrun most enemies in a head-to-head pursuit, leaving them no opportunity to retaliate. This acceleration also made it highly effective in short-range combat maneuvers, allowing the pilot to quickly reposition, evade enemy fire, and get into the optimal range for counterattacks. The engine's raw power also allowed the TIE Defender to be an exceptionally dangerous predator in dogfights, easily closing the gap between itself and even the fastest Rebel ships. On top of this, the engines provided an atmospheric speed of 1,680 kilometers per hour, nearly 40% faster than the base TIE fighter. This made the Defender a powerful opponent in both space and atmospheric combat, as it could quickly enter or leave planetary atmospheres and maintain dominance in a variety of combat scenarios. And when the craft's performance needed to be optimized for a specific mission, the power from the tractor beam could be rerouted into the engines, boosting its top speed to a staggering 180 megalitres per hour. The ion engines themselves were a model of technological refinement. With a unique fuel system designed to maximize the energy produced per unit of fuel, the PSC 9.7 engines delivered higher thrust while reducing energy waste. This contributed to the Defender's ability to sustain high-speed runs over long distances without exhausting its fuel reserves too quickly. Combined with the impressive energy output of the IS-4D reactor, these engines ensured that the Defender could maintain peak performance even in the most demanding conditions. Unlike many traditional starfighters, the TIE Defender's flight characteristics were shaped by its distinctive tri-wing design, which incorporated advanced maneuvering jets into the wings themselves. This design allowed the Defender to perform complex maneuvers with remarkable precision, giving it a significant edge in close-quarters dogfighting. The tri-wing setup was more than just a visual feature. It was an integral part of the fighter's handling system. Each wing of the Defender contained a series of specialized maneuvering jets, strategically placed to allow for rapid and precise adjustments to the craft's orientation. These jets were capable of altering the ship's pitch, yaw, and roll in mere fractions of a second, enabling the TIE Defender to outmaneuver even the most agile enemy fighters. With a maneuverability rating of 110 degrees per frame, the TIE Defender could execute sharp, high-speed turns, extreme evasive maneuvers, and complex aerobatic feats that would leave slower starfighters unable to match its agility. Whether weaving through asteroid fields, dodging enemy laser blasts, or closing the gap in a dogfight, the Defender could do it all with uncanny precision. This high degree of control was crucial in combat situations, as it enabled the Defender to maintain an almost untouchable status, frustrating enemy pilots who found their weapons' fire constantly missing its target. Furthermore, the ship's agility was enhanced by the advanced FS-5X flight avionics system, which translated the pilot's commands into instantaneous responses. This system, one of the most sophisticated ever developed for a TIE fighter, ensured that the Defender's maneuvers were perfectly executed with minimal lag or error, even under the stress of high-speed combat. Unlike the majority of TIE fighters, which relied on capital ships for travel across the galaxy, the TIE Defender was equipped with its own hyperdrive system, providing it with a level of operational independence that few other starfighters could match. The ship's hyperdrive system included the Class 2.0 SFS ND-9 hyperdrive motivator, which was based on the same system developed for the TIE Avenger, but modified to handle the Defender's greater energy demands. With this hyperdrive, the TIE Defender could perform long-range operations without relying on a larger fleet or carrier ship. The Class 2.0 rating was fast enough to allow the Defender to rapidly deploy to distant sectors of the galaxy, carry out strategic strikes, and return to base without delay. The SFS ND-9 hyperdrive motivator, while not the fastest available, offered a balance of speed and durability, ensuring that the Defender could maintain a high operational tempo while remaining efficient on longer missions. Complementing the hyperdrive was the CNR NS-6 Navcon navigation computer, which allowed the TIE Defender to plot and store up to 10 hyperspace jumps in its memory. This feature allowed pilots to rapidly adjust their course, choosing multiple destinations for greater flexibility in their missions. Whether conducting reconnaissance behind enemy lines or executing surgical strikes on rebel installations, the TIE Defender's hyperdrive capabilities gave it unparalleled freedom to operate far from Imperial command ships, making it a highly versatile weapon in any fleet. In the TIE Defender, Imperial engineers combined speed, power, and agility in ways that were previously unimaginable for starfighters. The integration of the IS-4D Solar Ionization Reactor, SFS-PSZ 9.7 twin-ion engines, and advanced maneuvering systems gave the Defender a combination of sheer thrust, unprecedented acceleration, and pinpoint agility that made it unmatched in both space and atmospheric combat. Add to this the fighter's advanced hyperdrive system, and the TIE Defender became an independent, self-sustaining force capable of carrying out missions across the galaxy. Every aspect of the TIE Defender's propulsion and power systems was designed to enhance its performance in the heat of battle. Whether speeding through space, evading enemy fire, or executing rapid strikes, the Defender was a true masterpiece of Imperial engineering, representing the Empire's unrelenting pursuit of perfection in warfare. With its blend of speed, precision, and independence, the TIE Defender proved itself to be one of the most formidable starfighters ever to grace the skies of the galaxy. The TIE Defender represents the pinnacle of Imperial starfighter design, a craft meticulously engineered to overcome the vulnerabilities of earlier models, while setting new benchmarks in versatility, survivability, and combat prowess. Every aspect of its design reflects the Empire's ambition to create a craft capable of dominating any battlefield, from deep space dogfights to planetary engagements. The Defender's innovative architecture and advanced systems make it a powerful symbol of Imperial technological superiority. At the heart of the TIE Defender's design is its reinforced structural framework, constructed from titanium alloy and bolstered with quadanium steel solar panels. This combination ensures an optimal balance of strength, durability, and weight efficiency. Titanium alloy provides the lightweight rigidity necessary for high-speed maneuvers, while quadanium steel, a hallmark material of Imperial starship construction, adds exceptional resistance to energy and kinetic impacts. The craft's hull rating of 14 RU, resistance units, reflects its ability to endure sustained enemy fire, minor collisions, and harsh environmental conditions, from asteroid fields to atmospheric turbulence. The triple-wing configuration is one of the Defender's most striking features. Unlike the dual-wing design of traditional TIE fighters, the tri-wing layout serves multiple purposes. It increases structural stability, improves energy absorption through its solar panels, and enhances maneuverability by providing additional surfaces for the craft's sophisticated thrusters. These wings are angled to maximize the Defender's agility, allowing it to execute complex aerial maneuvers with precision. The solar panels are not merely aesthetic or structural. They serve as integral components of the craft's energy system. By harvesting stellar radiation, these panels contribute to the operation of onboard systems, reducing reliance on external power sources and enabling extended missions without resupply. This makes the TIE Defender a self-sufficient asset in scenarios where support vessels are unavailable. The craft's compact dimensions, 9.2 meters in length, 10 meters in width, and 8.7 meters in height, are optimized to reduce its target profile while maintaining sufficient internal space for advanced systems and armament. The design also allows for efficient storage aboard Imperial capital ships, ensuring rapid deployment during fleet engagements. One of the most significant advancements in the TIE Defender's design is its integration of forward and rear projecting Novaldex deflector shield generators, rated at 100 SBD, shield barrier density. This represents a groundbreaking improvement over earlier TIE models, which famously lacked any form of shielding. These deflector shields provide comprehensive protection against energy weapons, missiles, and debris, greatly enhancing the Defender's survivability in prolonged engagements. One of the most significant advancements in the TIE Defender's design is its integration of forward and rear projecting Novaldex deflector shield generators, rated at 100 SBD, shield barrier density. This represents a groundbreaking improvement over earlier TIE models, which famously lacked any form of shielding. These deflector shields provide comprehensive protection against energy weapons, missiles, and debris, greatly enhancing the Defender's survivability in prolonged engagements. The shield generators are strategically placed to allow dynamic energy allocation, enabling the pilot to concentrate shield strength on vulnerable arcs during combat. For example, shields can be reinforced on the forward arc during an assault or shifted to the rear when retreating. This flexibility ensures that the Defender can adapt to rapidly changing battlefield conditions, a critical capability in skirmishes with multiple adversaries. The shields are complemented by the Defender's robust hull, which serves as a secondary line of defense. The combination of advanced shielding and a durable frame allows the Defender to sustain damage that would incapacitate lesser starfighters, ensuring that it remains operational in even the most hostile environments. The cockpit of the TIE Defender is a marvel of ergonomic and technological design, tailored to enhance pilot performance and situational awareness. Positioned at the center of the craft for optimal visibility and balance, the cockpit is enclosed in a heavily reinforced transparasteel viewport that provides excellent protection without compromising the pilot's field of vision. Inside, the cockpit features an advanced heads-up display, HUD, that integrates critical data streams, including shield status, weapon readiness, sensor readings, and navigational information. This interface allows pilots to process vast amounts of information quickly, reducing reaction times and increasing combat effectiveness. For the first time in the TIE series, the Defender includes an ejector seat, a life-saving feature designed to address the Empire's historically high pilot mortality rates. This system is equipped with automatic triggers linked to proximity sensors, which can detect imminent threats such as collisions or catastrophic damage. In such cases, the ejector seat activates to propel the pilot to safety, significantly increasing their chances of survival. The Defender also offers modest storage and sustenance options, with a cargo capacity of 65 kilograms and provisions for 1 week of consumables. These features enable extended missions, such as deep space reconnaissance or long-range patrols, without requiring resupply from support vessels. The TIE Defender is outfitted with state-of-the-art sensor and targeting systems, ensuring unparalleled situational awareness and combat precision. Its 3 close-range sensor arrays, strategically distributed across the craft's frame, provide a comprehensive view of the surrounding environment. These arrays are calibrated for maximum sensitivity, detecting even faint energy signatures or subtle changes in motion that might indicate an approaching enemy. Central to the Defender's offensive capabilities is the TS-9, a targeting computer, a sophisticated system that calculates firing solutions for the ship's diverse arsenal. This computer interfaces with the craft's sensors to track multiple targets simultaneously, providing real-time adjustments for variables such as enemy speed, trajectory, and environmental conditions. The result is pinpoint accuracy, whether engaging nimble starfighters or heavily shielded capital ships. The targeting computer is further enhanced by the Defender's flight avionics system, which integrates with its maneuvering jets to align the craft's movements with the pilot's intent. This system ensures seamless coordination between offense and defense, allowing the Defender to strike precisely while evading counterattacks. The TIE Defender's agility is unmatched among Imperial starfighters, thanks to its wing-mounted maneuvering jets and advanced thruster array. These jets enable rapid adjustments to the craft's orientation, facilitating sharp turns, evasive rolls, and sudden changes in velocity. The combination of powerful primary engines and auxiliary jets gives the Defender a maneuverability rating of 110 dpf, degrees of pivot force, making it capable of outmaneuvering even the fastest rebel craft. The tri-wing design plays a critical role in enhancing the Defender's flight dynamics. By distributing the thrust and drag forces evenly across 3 wings, the design ensures stable and responsive handling, whether in the vacuum of space or the dense atmosphere of a planet. This adaptability allows the Defender to excel in a wide range of combat scenarios, from dogfights in asteroid fields to strafing runs over planetary installations. The TIE Defender's general design is a testament to the Empire's commitment to excellence in engineering and its pursuit of galactic dominance. By addressing the shortcomings of earlier models and incorporating cutting-edge technology, the Defender sets a new standard for starfighter performance. Its durable structure, advanced defensive systems, pilot-centric cockpit, and unparalleled agility make it a force to be reckoned with, capable of dominating any battlefield it encounters. In the TIE Defender, the Galactic Empire has created not merely a starfighter, but a symbol of its technological and military superiority. Piloting the TIE Defender was not just a career choice. It was a prestigious honor bestowed only upon the most skilled, disciplined, and loyal individuals in the Empire. These pilots were handpicked from the ranks of the Imperial Navy's most seasoned warriors, selected to operate the advanced starfighter that represented the pinnacle of the Empire's technological and military prowess. To understand what it meant to be a TIE Defender pilot is to understand the unparalleled training, intense combat expectations, and unflinching commitment to the Empire that such a position demanded. Becoming a TIE Defender pilot was a rare and coveted opportunity, one that was limited to only the very best pilots in the Imperial fleet. The selection process was a rigorous and highly competitive one, ensuring that only the most experienced, loyal, and capable personnel would be entrusted with the Defender's advanced capabilities. Aspiring pilots were carefully chosen from the ranks of the most decorated TIE interceptor pilots. These individuals had already proven themselves in the heat of battle, surviving at least 20 combat missions, a benchmark that marked them as elite within the Imperial pilot corps. Only those with exceptional skill, unshakable loyalty to the Empire, and an unyielding resolve were considered for this prestigious training. Selection was not solely based on experience, but also on a thorough assessment of the candidate's loyalty to the Imperial cause. The Empire's leadership required absolute faithfulness, and pilots could not be trusted with the most advanced technology unless their allegiance was unquestionable. This strict vetting process ensured that only those fully devoted to the Emperor's vision could join the ranks of the TIE Defender pilots, who would go on to wield the Empire's most powerful starfighter. Training. A trial by fire. Once selected, TIE Defender pilots began an intensive and multifaceted training program designed to hone every aspect of their abilities. Their journey began with the establishment of a strong foundation in the starfighter's core systems, performance capabilities, and combat strategies. The first stage of training focused on familiarization with the TIE Defender's advanced systems. The starfighter was renowned for its unprecedented speed, agility, and firepower, and pilots had to develop an intimate understanding of how to control such a machine. The training involved navigating a cylindrical training course, which was a simulated environment filled with targets and obstacles. Pilots would race against the clock, aiming to destroy targets while maneuvering through tight spaces and evading simulated hazards. Success in this course was not just about speed, but also precision, as pilots were expected to destroy targets efficiently while keeping control of their craft. The best pilots could earn bonus time for each target they destroyed, encouraging them to strike a balance between speed and accuracy. After mastering the training course, pilots moved on to the next level, simulated combat. This phase was far more complex, as it immersed trainees in realistic combat scenarios that tested their tactical abilities and adaptability. Simulations involved recreating actual Imperial engagements, as well as hypothetical scenarios to prepare the pilots for any situation. These combat exercises included dogfighting against rebel starfighters and engaging in tactical missions such as escorting Imperial assets or engaging in anti-pirate operations. Each simulation was designed to push the pilots to their limits, testing not only their combat prowess but also their ability to make quick decisions, adapt to changing situations, and collaborate with wingmates under pressure. One of the first major challenges for the trainee pilot was to face off against a variety of rebel starfighters in dogfighting exercises. Pilots had the option to customize the difficulty of their missions, facing off against increasing numbers of enemies or targeting specific types of rebel fighters. In one such scenario, pilots began the simulation stationary, surrounded by 5 cargo containers. These containers were labeled with names like Y-Wing, representing the rebel starfighters that would soon emerge. As the pilot inspected the containers, enemy starfighters would enter the simulation at escalating levels of difficulty, forcing the trainee to continually adapt. This exercise allowed pilots to hone their combat skills in dynamic, unpredictable conditions, with a special challenge for those brave enough to take on the maximum difficulty level. Subsequent training exercises refined specific skills. One such exercise focused on the tractor beam, one of the Defender's most powerful tools. Pilots were tasked with snaring and disabling a rebel spy's YT-1300 light freighter, preventing it from escaping. The scenario took place near the planet Venzea 2 Prime, where the pilot had to track down fleeing transports while facing a series of distractions, including A-wing fighters that posed a significant threat. In this exercise, the pilots had to balance offensive actions, such as disabling enemy ships, with the defensive task of protecting their assets from rebel attackers. Another critical part of their training involved operating independently of capital ships. As the TIE Defender was designed to be used outside of fleet formations, pilots had to learn to conduct operations on their own, far from the support of Imperial warships. This exercise simulated a contraband inspection mission, where the pilot was tasked with disabling cargo ships suspected of carrying illegal or rebel supplies. These missions required a calm and calculating mind, as the pilots had to inspect multiple vessels and then take down any targets deemed a threat, all while fending off rebel starfighters intent on disrupting the operation. As a final test, Defender pilots were trained to utilize their ships as light bombers, capable of attacking and neutralizing heavily armored capital ships. Armed with proton bombs and ion cannons, pilots were tasked with disabling enemy ships such as the Falk-class escort carriers. This training demonstrated the versatile nature of the Defender, emphasizing the ability to shift between roles and attack with precision, even when faced with formidable opposition. Upon successful completion of all 4 phases of training, pilots were awarded the prestigious Gold TIE Defender Combat Medallion. This medallion was not just a symbol of achievement. It was a recognition of the pilot's status as one of the elite few capable of flying the TIE Defender in actual combat. Earning the medallion marked the pilot as an official TIE Defender operator, prepared to face the full spectrum of challenges that awaited them in the galaxy. The role of a TIE Defender pilot demanded much more than just technical skill. The psychological and physical demands were immense, as the training and combat environments were designed to push the pilot to the limits of human endurance. Pilots had to maintain peak physical condition to endure the intense G-forces that came with the Defender's unmatched speed and agility. The 4,220 G maximum acceleration and extreme agility required pilots to have reflexes that were not only quick but precise. They also had to adapt their minds to the unique, high-stress environment of a TIE starfighter, where danger was constant and the stakes were high. Mentally, the training placed significant pressure on the pilots. They were required to make split-second decisions, engage in strategic thinking, and stay calm under the intense pressure of combat. Each mission in the Defender's training was designed to test the pilot's ability to remain composed while under fire, often dealing with overwhelming odds and facing enemies more numerous or technologically advanced. These conditions mirrored the psychological strain of actual warfare, ensuring that each TIE Defender pilot was mentally prepared for the harsh realities of combat. TIE Defender pilots were not just soldiers, they were elite warriors who embodied the Empire's ideals and technological superiority. With their unmatched skills, unwavering loyalty, and mastery over the TIE Defender's advanced systems, they were among the most feared figures in the galaxy. Their training and operational success ensured that the TIE Defender became the pinnacle of Imperial starfighter technology, capable of facing any threat the galaxy had to offer. In battle, they were more than mere pilots. They were symbols of Imperial might, defenders of the Emperor's rule, and the last word in starfighter combat. A TIE Defender pilot was not just a member of the Imperial fleet. They were a force to be reckoned with, an elite guardian of the Empire's legacy. The construction and production of the TIE Defender marked a milestone in Imperial engineering, representing both the Empire's ambition and the challenges of manufacturing advanced weaponry on a galactic scale. This starfighter, designed to be a symbol of Imperial technological superiority, was manufactured primarily by CNR Fleet Systems, a company renowned for its expertise in crafting state-of-the-art military spacecraft. As part of the illustrious TIE series, the TIE Defender was the most advanced and expensive model in the Imperial fleet. Each unit came with a staggering price tag of 300,000 credits when new, reflecting the starfighter's advanced features, including hyperdrives, deflector shields, and sophisticated weapon systems. For those unable to afford a new model, a used TIE Defender might be found for 80,000 credits, though such opportunities were exceedingly rare. The high cost of production made the Defender an elite weapon, far removed from the mass-produced standard TIE fighters, which were far less costly. The production of the TIE Defender required specialized facilities capable of supporting its complex assembly process. Among the key manufacturing sites was the Imperial complex on Lothal, where cutting-edge assembly lines were dedicated exclusively to the starfighter. This facility's strategic location and tight security ensured the project remained shielded from external threats. Other prominent shipyards, such as the Fondor shipyards and the Quat drive yards, contributed significantly to the TIE Defender's production. While Fondor specialized in crafting precision components, Quat, better known for constructing capital ships, supplied high-grade materials essential to the fighter's construction. The intricate nature of the TIE Defender's systems posed considerable production challenges. Incorporating hyperdrives, advanced shields, and powerful weaponry into a compact frame demanded exacting standards and precision engineering. Each unit underwent meticulous assembly and rigorous testing, further slowing the manufacturing process. These delays, coupled with the high cost of production, limited the starfighter's deployment, making it an elite asset reserved for critical missions. The Empire's emphasis on security further complicated the production process. Given the TIE Defender's potential to shift the balance of power in the galaxy, the project was heavily guarded against espionage and sabotage. Rebel spies, criminal syndicates, and even rogue Imperial factions sought to obtain or disrupt the production of the fighter. This necessitated additional security measures, including loyalty checks for all personnel involved and the deployment of military forces to protect manufacturing sites. The workforce behind the TIE Defender was equally noteworthy. CNR Fleet Systems employed highly skilled engineers and technicians, many of whom were graduates of Imperial academies specializing in aerospace technology. These individuals worked alongside state-of-the-art droid manufacturing lines, which handled the fabrication of intricate components with precision and efficiency. Despite the use of automation, human oversight remained indispensable, ensuring the starfighter met the Empire's rigorous standards. Ultimately, the construction of the TIE Defender underscored the Empire's determination to maintain its technological edge, no matter the cost. While the starfighter's high expense and slow production limited its widespread deployment, the presence of this advanced weapon on the battlefield served as a testament to the Empire's manufacturing capabilities. Through facilities like Lothal and the dedication of CNR Fleet Systems, the TIE Defender became a symbol of Imperial power and innovation, cementing its place as one of the most formidable starfighters in the galaxy. The TIE Defender, one of the most advanced starfighters to ever serve the Empire, had a long and tumultuous development history, marked by the Empire's drive to regain its superiority in the war against the Rebel Alliance. Its creation was driven by a recognition of the need for more powerful and versatile starfighters, following the devastating loss at the Battle of Yavin, a defeat that shook the foundations of Imperial control and forced a re-evaluation of strategies and tactics. In the wake of the Battle of Yavin, 0BBY, where the Death Star was destroyed by Rebel forces, the Empire was forced to reconsider its approach to the rebellion. The loss of the battle and the significant damage to its most powerful weapon highlighted the Empire's vulnerability and underscored the need for more effective and formidable combat units to neutralize the Rebel threat. Several new weapons and starfighter projects were initiated in response, with the TIE Defender becoming one of the most ambitious. The development of the TIE Defender was a top-secret initiative, carried out under the direction of some of the Empire's most senior officials. Grand Admiral Demetrius Zarin, a prominent figure in Imperial starfighter research and development, took charge of the project. Zarin's role as the head of the CNR Fleet Systems Advanced Research Division made him the ideal leader to oversee the creation of a new generation of TIE starfighters. The project itself was marked by several stages of prototypes, each advancing the capabilities and features of the fighter. The initial steps would begin with the development of the TIE/AD-X7, an early model that laid the foundation for the TIE Defender. The TIE/AD-X7 was initially designed not as a finished product, but rather as a test bed for the new drive and targeting systems that Zarin hoped to incorporate into the final design. While the prototype retained the distinctive tri-wing configuration that would later define the TIE Defender, it lacked many of the advanced features that would be included in later versions, such as the hyperdrive, ion cannons, and missile launchers. These early models served as a crucial testing ground for new technologies, providing valuable data to refine the design before mass production could begin. In early 3ABY, the Empire launched a massive offensive against the Rebel base on Hoth, the location of the Rebel Alliance's main operations at the time. During the conflict, the Empire sought to test out the newly developed TIE Advanced X7 prototypes, deploying them in battle to see how they performed against Rebel forces. At this stage, the TIE Advanced X7, while more advanced than previous TIE models, was still not fully refined. The prototype's performance in combat revealed several key shortcomings. The TIE Advanced X7 lacked the speed and firepower necessary to match the Rebel Alliance's starfighters, including the iconic X-Wing and A-Wing fighters. Despite the introduction of missile launchers, the absence of ion cannons and other key systems left the prototype vulnerable. The prototype's failure in combat against Rebel forces was a blow to the Empire, but it was not in vain. The Rebel Alliance's Renegade Squadron successfully destroyed several TIE Advanced X7 prototypes during the battle and managed to board an Imperial Star Destroyer, capturing one of the fighters for analysis. While the Empire initially dismissed the theft as inconsequential due to the prototype's incomplete design, the captured vessel provided valuable intelligence to the rebellion, contributing to their understanding of Imperial technology. The performance of the TIE Advanced X7 prototypes highlighted several weaknesses, but it also provided the CNR Fleet Systems engineers with critical data. Despite the prototype's failures, the information gleaned from the battle allowed Imperial engineers to accelerate the development of the TIE Defender, incorporating necessary changes and improvements to the design. Following the Battle of Hoth, Grand Admiral Zarin remained in charge of the TIE Defender project, and in the aftermath of the battle, he was given full authority to continue the development of the advanced starfighter. Under Zarin's direction, the TIE Defender became the most advanced fighter the Empire had ever developed, surpassing the TIE Advanced X7 in every way. To facilitate the creation of a more powerful and efficient ship, Zarin moved the project to the XQ-6 platform research facility in the Parmel system. This isolated research base became the center of TIE Defender development, where the latest advancements in technology were applied to the fighter's design. One of the most significant challenges during development was the creation of a hyperdrive, small enough to fit within the TIE Defender's compact frame. This posed a problem, as previous TIE models relied on capital ships for transport through hyperspace, leaving them at a disadvantage in independent operations. To solve this issue, Zarin's team acquired the technology from the Habine, a species whose hyperdrive technology had long been coveted by the Empire. Through a combination of diplomacy and military action against the rival Nharwak, Zarin successfully obtained the necessary technology, integrating it into the TIE Defender's design. As the project progressed, the TIE Defender incorporated more advanced weaponry, including ion cannons, missile launchers, and a fully operational hyperdrive, making it one of the most formidable starfighters in the galaxy. The final design also featured a shielding system, improved targeting systems, and advanced avionics. These upgrades made the TIE Defender not just a formidable combatant, but a versatile asset, capable of operating independently from larger Imperial fleets. By the time the final prototypes of the TIE Defender were ready, The Empire had already set its sights on replacing outdated starfighters, including the assault gunboat, with the TIE Defender. To demonstrate the new fighter's capabilities, Darth Vader personally oversaw the transfer of 6 TIE Defender prototypes to Emperor Palpatine for his approval. These prototypes were transported to Coruscant, where the Emperor would inspect them. The transport was a carefully orchestrated operation, involving several Imperial ships, including the Hindenburg, an Imperial escort carrier. The Rebel Alliance, ever the thorn in the Empire's side, attempted to disrupt this transfer. At Vinzin Nila 5, the location where the prototypes were to be transferred, Rebel forces launched an ambush, attempting to prevent the delivery of the advanced starfighters. However, the Imperial fighters stationed at the rendezvous point, led by Marek Stele, successfully repelled the Rebel forces, ensuring the safe delivery of the prototypes to Coruscant. This victory, while tactically significant, also represented the final stage in the TIE Defender's development, and it was now poised to become the next weapon of the Empire's war machine. After the final prototype testing, the TIE Defender entered into limited field service, primarily assigned to a select few elite Imperial squadrons. Despite its advanced features and impressive capabilities, the starfighter was met with skepticism and even resentment from several factions within the Imperial hierarchy. For many high-ranking officers in the Imperial Navy, the sudden appearance of the TIE Defender was both unexpected and unwelcome. Most of these individuals were not privy to the secretive development of the TIE Defender, and its introduction into the fleet felt like an imposition. There were several reasons for this resentment. Grand Admiral Zarin, the mastermind behind the TIE Defender's creation, had grown increasingly influential, and some officers feared his rise to power. The Defender, an innovation of Zarin's design, symbolized his growing prestige and influence. Many Imperial commanders, particularly those who had not been involved in the ship's development, saw the arrival of the TIE Defender as a challenge to their established authority. To some, it was a stark reminder of their own failures to keep pace with the technological advancements being introduced under Zarin's leadership. Furthermore, the TIE Defender's unconventional design and features did not align with the traditional tactics of the Imperial Navy. The ship's capabilities were more advanced than the usual TIE fighters, but it was also a departure from the more familiar and mass-produced Imperial designs. The introduction of a high-tech starfighter that emphasized individual performance over the collective power of large fleet formations was seen by some as an admission that the Empire's existing tactics had limitations. This sparked a sense of resentment among some members of the Imperial military, who believed that the TIE Defender was an attempt to shift away from established norms. Had the details of the TIE Defender's secret development become widely known within the Imperial ranks, it is likely that the project would have been scrapped before it could be fully realized. The fighter's cost, both in terms of resources and time, was prohibitively high. Despite the Imperial Navy's vast wealth, the Defender's limited production and the complexity of its systems made it a financial burden that many felt was not worth the return. As a result, the Defender's field tests were kept to a minimum, and its use remained restricted to a select few high-ranking units, rather than a broad-scale deployment. During the course of the Galactic Civil War, the TIE Defender's deployment remained limited. One of the primary tasks it was used for was to protect and defend other classified Imperial projects, including the TIE Experimental Project and other starfighter developments that Zarin had overseen. A number of TIE Defenders were assigned to Shadow Squadron, a special unit tasked with protecting these sensitive installations. However, despite the advanced nature of the TIE Defender, these missions were often marked by failure. For example, in an engagement with the Rebel Alliance at the Bredy facility, a group of TIE Defenders was dispatched to protect the station. Unfortunately, the Defenders arrived too late to prevent the loss of the facility. Shadow Squadron also responded to another Rebel attack on the Obsidian research platform, but they were destroyed alongside the platform itself. These engagements underscored the TIE Defender's vulnerability when placed in operations where it was not in full control of the battlefield. The TIE Defender's most extensive and notable deployment occurred during Grand Admiral Zarin's coup attempt against Emperor Palpatine. Zarin, who had grown increasingly disillusioned with the Emperor and his methods, sought to seize control of the Empire for himself. His attempt to overthrow Palpatine would prove to be the most significant action in which the TIE Defender was involved during the Galactic Civil War. At this point in the war, Darth Vader was tasked with leading the hunt for Admiral Harkov, who had gone rogue and sided with the rebels. Unbeknownst to Vader, Zarin had already begun his treasonous activities, using the TIE Defender as part of his strategy to weaken the Emperor's forces. The TIE Defender's advanced capabilities, including its superior weaponry and shields, provided Zarin's forces with a distinct advantage. Zarin's forces launched a surprise attack on Vader's flagship, the Star Destroyer Garrett, causing significant damage. This delay hindered Vader's ability to reach Coruscant and warn the Emperor of Zarin's intentions. However, Vader's forces, which included several TIE Defenders, managed to escape the trap set by Zarin's forces and began the journey to Coruscant. Among the pilots accompanying Vader were 5 elite TIE Defender pilots, including Marek Stele, one of the Empire's most skilled pilots. These TIE Defenders played a critical role in both protecting the Star Destroyer Garrett and ensuring that Vader's escape plan succeeded. After the escape, the TIE Defenders played a crucial role in protecting Emperor Palpatine. Zarin's forces attempted to capture the Emperor during his transport to safety, but the TIE Defenders managed to disable the shuttle carrying Palpatine, ensuring that loyal Imperial forces could rescue the Emperor and foil Zarin's plot. Despite the betrayal, the TIE Defenders proved their worth during the defensive operations, showcasing their superior capabilities in protecting key Imperial assets. The Empire soon realized that Zarin had been using the TIE Defender project as part of his broader scheme to consolidate power. The advanced starfighter, with its superior performance and capabilities, had been designed to give Zarin an edge in his confrontation with Imperial loyalists. In an effort to maintain control over the TIE Defender, the Empire took steps to prevent Zarin from further developing the technology. Imperial forces launched strikes against the TIE Avenger production facilities, preventing Zarin from producing more of his own TIE Avengers and TIE Defenders. Even as his forces were collapsing, the TIE Defenders continued to hold off Zarin's forces, giving Imperial personnel the time they needed to evacuate. In one of the most significant operations involving the TIE Defenders, they played a pivotal role in capturing magnetic pulse warhead technology from a rebel station, RS-32. The TIE Defenders provided the necessary cover and offensive capabilities to secure the technology, preventing Zarin from looting the station and using its technological advances to further his rebellion. The TIE Defender, under the leadership of Grand Admiral Zarin, was envisioned as the key to achieving a technological advantage over the Empire's enemies, and, ultimately, to overthrowing Emperor Palpatine. Zarin believed that the advanced systems embedded within the TIE Defender, including its enhanced shields, advanced weaponry, and superior maneuverability, would provide him with the edge needed to challenge the Emperor's authority. He had great confidence that this technological marvel could turn the tide of the galactic civil war, giving him the firepower to defeat the Rebel Alliance and outmatch Imperial forces loyal to Palpatine. However, what Zarin did not foresee was the extraordinary ingenuity of his own forces, particularly the actions of Marek Stele, who would eventually turn the very weapon Zarin had created against him. As the TIE Avenger production slowed due to Imperial retaliation and the collapse of Zarin's loyalist supporters, he remained determined to maintain his edge by controlling the TIE Defender technology. After his failed coup, Zarin focused his efforts on acquiring and securing the remaining TIE Defender prototypes. Zarin's forces launched an aggressive campaign to steal the prototypes, leading to intense battles between Imperial and Zarin's loyalists. A pivotal confrontation occurred when an Imperial strike force, including several TIE Defenders and assault transports, was deployed to prevent Zarin from capturing crucial TIE Defender prototypes and the research facility that housed them. This was a critical moment in the struggle, as Zarin's forces attempted to escape with the advanced fighters. Fortunately for the Empire, the Imperial forces, bolstered by the presence of TIE Defenders, succeeded in preventing Zarin from acquiring the remaining prototypes. Once the research facility was secured, the Star Destroyer Adarga arrived to provide reinforcements and defend the facility against further attacks. The tide seemed to turn in favor of the Empire, as the immediate danger to the prototypes was mitigated. Despite this victory, Zarin was far from defeated. He would not allow the Empire to control the TIE Defender technology so easily. With determination, Zarin sent a counterstrike to retake the base, deploying his own fleet of TIE defenders and assault transports. The Adarga, though it had succeeded in holding off Zaren's forces for a time, found itself severely undermanned in terms of available fighters and lacked sufficient shields to endure another assault. In a desperate move, the Empire was forced to call for reinforcements, and a single TIE defender, piloted by Marek Staley, was sent to neutralize Zaren's forces. Marek Staley's mission was crucial. TIE defenders were considered far too valuable to be destroyed in direct combat, so Staley was ordered to disable Zaren's TIE defenders and prevent them from escaping with the prototypes. Despite being outnumbered, Staley succeeded in taking down several of Zaren's TIE defenders, effectively reducing the strength of his forces. However, this victory came at a cost. The Adarga sustained heavy damage during the engagement, leaving the research facility vulnerable. Eventually, the Imperial fleet was forced to retreat, and the Adarga withdrew, leaving the base unprotected. Zaren, unwilling to let the Empire secure the TIE Defender technology, launched a final assault against the research facility. Using his flagship, the Star Destroyer Glory, Zaren sought to destroy the facility once and for all. With the Adarga out of the picture, the Empire's defense of the facility became untenable. In the chaos that ensued, the remaining TIE Defender prototypes had to be evacuated to avoid falling into Zaren's hands. The BFF-1 bulk freighter Marsip was dispatched to carry the prototypes away from the facility, while the Lambda-class T-4A shuttle Ganabgib evacuated the chief engineer and his team, along with critical project data. During the evacuation, Marek Staley piloted one of the remaining TIE Defenders, providing cover for the Delta-class JV-7 escort shuttles that were tasked with defending the fleeing prototypes. Staley and his fellow pilots faced intense opposition from Zaren's fighters, but they managed to keep the shuttle escort safe long enough to complete their mission. In the end, while the Empire successfully prevented Zaren from seizing complete control of the TIE Defender technology, the damage had been done. Zaren's efforts to destroy the facility and eliminate Imperial control over the TIE Defender prototypes highlighted his desperation and his belief in the superiority of his creation. The TIE Defender remained a symbol of his ambitions, an advanced, lethal weapon capable of changing the course of the war. The TIE Defender, a symbol of the Empire's technological innovation and military might, became one of the most sought-after starfighters in the galaxy almost immediately after its operational deployment. With its revolutionary systems, including advanced shields, a hyperdrive, and missile launchers, it was a significant leap in starfighter technology, representing the pinnacle of Imperial engineering. This made it not only a formidable weapon in the hands of the Empire, but also a highly coveted prize for its adversaries. From the Rebel Alliance to criminal syndicates, and even rogue Imperial factions, many sought to acquire or replicate this advanced technology, recognizing its potential to shift the galactic balance of power. The Rebel Alliance, always eager to turn Imperial advancements to its advantage, was among the first to launch significant attempts to obtain TIE Defender technology. One of the earliest and most notable attempts occurred during the turmoil of Grand Admiral Zaren's coup. Amid the chaos, a rebel operative named Hamo Blastwell infiltrated the Imperial Navy under the guise of an officer. His mission: to steal the TIE Defender schematics directly from Zaren's flagship, the Glory. Although Blastwell managed to escape with his life, the mission ultimately failed, as Zaren's crew thwarted his efforts to secure the plans. While this incident kept the TIE Defender's secrets safe in Imperial hands for the time being, it also demonstrated the intense interest of the rebels in this game-changing technology. A more dramatic attempt unfolded when the Mharsap cargo freighter, carrying several TIE Defender prototypes, was en route to transfer its cargo to the Assassin-class corvette group, Hashim. The Empire planned to deliver the prototypes to Admiral Thrawn, who would safeguard them at a secure location. The Rebel Alliance, aware of the shipment, launched a bold strike at the rendezvous point near navigation buoy B0F9, aiming to intercept the prototypes before they could be secured. In a pitched battle, Imperial forces barely managed to repel the rebels, securing the cargo just in time. The Hashim group escaped into hyperspace, ensuring the prototypes remained in Imperial control. Nevertheless, this close call underscored the lengths to which the rebels were willing to go to obtain such advanced technology. Even after escaping the rebel attack, the Imperial convoy's troubles were far from over. As the Hashim group emerged from hyperspace, it encountered a carefully laid ion cannon minefield created by the Raniki pirates, a criminal syndicate eager to capitalize on the situation. The pirates disabled the assassin-class corvettes and the Ganabgib shuttle, rendering the convoy defenseless. Wasting no time, the pirates boarded the vessels, capturing the Ganabgib and its valuable passengers, Imperial scientists critical to the TIE Defender project. The Empire, recognizing the severity of the situation, quickly deployed reinforcements from the Masan group to recover the stolen prototypes and personnel. However, the already complex situation grew even more chaotic when additional factions joined the fray. Rebel starfighters, Zarin's rogue forces, and the Nami pirates, led by the cunning Ali Tarek, all arrived at the scene. The battle became a four-way melee as each faction sought to claim the TIE Defender prototypes. Amid the confusion, the Nami pirates managed to steal a fully operational TIE Defender from the Hashim 1 corvette, a development that posed an immediate threat to galactic security. While Imperial forces ultimately secured the remaining prototypes and safely delivered them to Admiral Thrawn, the loss of even one TIE Defender was a devastating blow. The stolen starfighter provided the Nami pirates with the opportunity to reverse engineer its advanced systems, potentially creating an independent fleet capable of rivaling even the Empire's best. The loss of a TIE Defender to the Nami pirates triggered an urgent response from the Empire. Recognizing the catastrophic potential of allowing such advanced technology to proliferate, the Imperial Navy launched a concerted campaign to neutralize any threats arising from the captured starfighter. The situation grew more dire as the Raniki pirates, emboldened by their capture of the Ganabgib shuttle, demanded a ransom for the lead Imperial scientist. Meanwhile, Zarin, ever the opportunist, sought to exploit the situation by offering a competing bid for the scientist and their research. The Empire, unwilling to negotiate on equal terms with criminals, orchestrated a daring rescue operation. Dispatching a covert shuttle to retrieve the scientist, the Imperial Navy encountered fierce resistance from the Nami pirates, who sought to kidnap the scientist for themselves. A ferocious battle erupted, with Imperial forces narrowly succeeding in preventing the Nami pirates from making off with additional personnel or data. However, the confrontation left the Imperial interdictor Red Claw critically damaged. Taking advantage of the disarray, Zarin deployed several TIE Defenders to create further chaos while using stolen transponder codes to infiltrate the system and extract the scientist for his own purposes. The relentless struggle over the TIE Defender prototypes underscored the profound danger posed by the starfighter's potential proliferation. Despite the Empire's best efforts to secure its technological advantage, the Nami pirates succeeded in obtaining a single starfighter, and Zarin's rogue forces continued to leverage the TIE Defender in their campaign against Imperial authority. These developments demonstrated how the advanced technology became both a powerful weapon and a liability, as it attracted the interest of every major faction in the galaxy. In the end, while Admiral Thrawn successfully transported the remaining prototypes to the safety of Coruscant, the battle over the TIE Defender left a lasting legacy. It was not merely a tool of war, it was a symbol of the Empire's dominance, a prize that countless adversaries sought to claim, and a reminder of the lengths to which the galaxy's factions would go to wield such power. As a result, the TIE Defender remained a focal point of intrigue, conflict, and danger, cementing its place as one of the most consequential starships in galactic history. The TIE Defender, a symbol of the Empire's unparalleled technological superiority, became an increasingly coveted asset across the galaxy. Its advanced features, exceptional speed, firepower, and the ability to engage multiple targets simultaneously, made it a formidable weapon for the Imperial Navy. However, as the TIE Defender's success in battle became more evident, it also attracted the interest of various factions, both criminal and legitimate. Rebel groups, rogue Imperial officers, and even criminal syndicates sought to acquire the technology, understanding that possessing a fleet of these starfighters could dramatically shift the balance of power in the galaxy. Most concerning to Emperor Palpatine and Admiral Thrawn was the risk of TIE Defender technology falling into the hands of the Rebel Alliance, potentially turning the tide of the galactic civil war against the Empire. The situation took a dire turn when Nami pirates, a notorious criminal group operating in the galaxy's fringes, attacked an Imperial cargo transfer station in the Yurna system. During the attack, the pirates deployed captured TIE defenders, revealing a disturbing development. The Nami pirates were not just using the starfighters, but were actively producing them. Even more troubling was the presence of a rebel Carrack-class cruiser, the Jester, during the skirmish. This raised immediate suspicions that the Nami pirates were negotiating with the Rebel Alliance to sell them the TIE Defender technology. This potential spread of the TIE Defender to the enemy was a grave concern for the Empire, and both Palpatine and Thrawn quickly recognized the need for decisive action to prevent the technology from proliferating. To counter this growing threat, Thrawn had already been working on a new weapon, one designed specifically to combat the TIE Defender. In collaboration with Cygnus Spaceworks, the missile boat was conceived as a direct countermeasure. The missile boat, a starfighter equipped with heavy ordnance, was intended to overwhelm the advanced TIE Defenders with sheer firepower, exploiting weaknesses in their design. Once the technology was fully developed and operational, Thrawn moved swiftly to deploy it. The missile boat made its debut when Thrawn orchestrated a daring raid to intercept the Nami pirates' transfer of TIE Defenders to the Rebel Alliance. Imperial spies reported that the Nami arms merchant cruiser Nuance was en route to the Rebel cruiser Prism, carrying several TIE Defenders. Recognizing the opportunity to strike a blow against the growing Rebel fleet, Thrawn ordered an immediate raid. The missile boats, backed by Thrawn's flagship, the Star Destroyer Grey Wolf, engaged the pirates and their Rebel allies. The operation was a success. 8 TIE Defenders were captured, and the Rebels were prevented from acquiring these advanced starfighters. However, the raid was not without cost, as the Grey Wolf was subsequently attacked. But the missile boat's overwhelming firepower ensured the Empire's success. Prisoners taken from the raid revealed the location of Tarek's deep space manufacturing facility, where the Nami pirates had been producing TIE Defenders in large numbers. Thrawn, determined to eliminate the source of this dangerous technology, launched an immediate assault on the facility. His forces, including the missile boats and TIE/SA bombers, descended on the facility, catching Tarek's forces by surprise. The TIE Defenders stationed there were quickly destroyed, and Tarek, attempting to flee, was captured. The Imperial forces seized the facility, halting the production of TIE Defenders and striking a significant blow against the pirate syndicates responsible for spreading the technology. Despite these successes, the threat of TIE Defenders remained, as the rogue Admiral Zarin, one of Thrawn's bitter rivals, continued to hold a number of TIE Defenders in his fleet. Zarin, having defected from the Empire, used these starfighters in his campaign against Thrawn, presenting a persistent challenge. The missile boats, now fully operational and refined, proved to be an invaluable tool in neutralizing Zarin's TIE Defender threat. The missile boats' firepower allowed them to outgun the TIE Defenders, gradually diminishing Zarin's supply of the coveted starfighters. As the conflict reached its peak, Thrawn cornered Zarin in the unknown regions, where only a handful of TIE Defenders remained in the rogue Admiral's possession. With the missile boats proving highly effective in combating these starfighters, Thrawn and his forces were able to secure a final victory. The missile boat had fulfilled its intended purpose. It had disrupted the TIE Defender's potential for mass proliferation, ensuring that the Empire's technological advantage remained intact, at least for the time being. After the Battle of Endor and the death of Emperor Palpatine, the TIE Defender, once seen as a symbol of the Empire's technological might, continued to surface in various parts of the galaxy. Despite the Empire's collapse, several rogue factions, former Imperial officials, and other opportunists saw the potential of the advanced starfighter and kept the legacy of the TIE Defender alive. Even though the fighter's production had been halted and the remaining ones were in limited supply, the TIE Defender remained a formidable weapon, especially in the hands of those determined to keep the Imperial flame burning. One such individual was Countess Iran Ryad, an Imperial politician who, after the fall of the Empire, chose to leave her political career behind and became a rogue commander. Ryad had trained as a starfighter pilot in her spare time, and her newfound freedom led her to requisition a TIE Defender. She was not content with simply flying one of the remaining starfighters, however. Ryad had her TIE Defender, known as Red Star 1, heavily modified. She enhanced the ship's shields, upgraded the engine for improved maneuverability, and tuned the fire control system for increased firepower, all at a cost of 62,500 credits, a significant sum considering the state of the galaxy. Ryad's newly formed Red Star Squadron patrolled the coreward borders of the former Empire, launching raids against any ships that entered Imperial space without authorization. Her actions, which grew increasingly bold and aggressive, eventually led to a clash with her superiors. Ryad's tactics, which bordered on treason, caught the attention of Imperial High Command, and she was eventually charged with treason. The TIE Defender, as one of the few remaining assets of the old Empire, became a central tool in her rebellious crusade, but she was ultimately defeated by Baron Soontir Fel, one of the Empire's most elite pilots. Despite her failure, Ryad's use of the TIE Defender showed that the advanced fighter still had a role to play in the post-Endor galaxy. Meanwhile, another former Imperial figure, Shadowspawn, a Force-sensitive clone and former director of Imperial intelligence, also saw the value of the TIE Defender in the galaxy's new political landscape. Shadowspawn seized several of the remaining TIE Defenders and established a base on Mindor in the Taspan system. He used the starfighters to launch a series of raids across the Inner Rim, Expansion Region, and Mid-Rim, capturing prisoners to serve as his pawns. The TIE Defenders became vital tools in these operations, allowing Shadowspawn to maintain his control over the region. The New Republic, now the dominant power in the galaxy, had concerns about the resurgence of TIE Defenders in the hands of such rogue elements. To track Shadowspawn and prevent further attacks, the New Republic devised a strategy to attach tracking devices to the TIE Defenders. These devices were inserted into flechette torpedoes, which were designed to create a cloud of durasteel shrapnel. The shrapnel would pierce the hulls of the TIE Defenders, allowing the tracking devices to attach themselves to the surviving ships. The New Republic's Rogue Squadron, led by Wedge Antilles, initiated the plan by creating a false scenario that would lure a squadron of TIE Defenders into an ambush. The strategy was a success. Rogue Squadron engaged a squadron of TIE Defenders, and despite the losses on both sides, several fighters were able to escape with the tracking devices attached. The devices eventually led the New Republic to Shadowspawn's base on Mindor, where a final confrontation took place. The TIE Defenders were heavily involved in the Battle of Mindor, engaging New Republic forces as they attempted to break Shadowspawn's control over the system. Despite the fierce resistance put up by the TIE Defenders, the New Republic emerged victorious. But the starfighters' role in the conflict demonstrated that even in the post-Endor era, it remained a threat that could not be easily dismissed. In the wake of these events, the TIE Defender continued to surface, albeit less frequently. One of the most notable post-Endor appearances of the TIE Defender occurred when the Force-sensitive Imperial clone, X-1, came into possession of several of these starfighters. X-1 was a clone created by the Empire, and after Palpatine's death, he took command of a Star Destroyer that housed TIE Defenders. X-1, who was intent on creating a clone army, traveled to Mustafar, hoping to use the TIE Defenders to enforce his will. His twin, X-2, the leader of the Rebellion's Grey Squadron, followed him to Mustafar in an effort to stop his brother's plans. The TIE Defenders stationed aboard X-1's ship were used in the pursuit of Grey Squadron, but after a series of skirmishes and a direct confrontation, the TIE Defenders were destroyed by Grey Squadron. The battle was a short-lived one for the TIE Defenders, but it showed how even clones and rogue elements of the Empire found value in these advanced starfighters, which were still capable of engaging and challenging the New Republic's forces. The final chapter for the TIE Defender came during the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Despite the tactical advantages the TIE Defender offered, the starfighters remained too difficult to produce and maintain on a large scale. Thrawn, a brilliant strategist, understood the importance of the TIE Defender, but also recognized its limited availability. A few squadrons remained in the service of the Imperial remnant, primarily used for patrols along the borders of what remained of Imperial space. The TIE Defender was still a highly respected craft, but it had become a minority within the fleet, with its high cost and limited practicality, making it a rare sight. Even after the fall of the Empire, the TIE Defender continued to be a symbol of Imperial might and technological prowess. Despite the end of its production, the starfighters still posed a significant threat, used by those who sought to continue the old Imperial order or carve out their own domains in the chaotic galaxy. Its legacy endured long after the final days of the Empire, as the few TIE Defenders that remained in service still served as a reminder of the might that the Galactic Empire had once wielded. Following the Battle of Endor and the ongoing conflicts in the galaxy, the TIE Defender continued to play a critical role in the fragmented Imperial remnants and rogue factions. One of the most notable instances of the TIE Defender in action occurred during the New Republic's campaign against Prince Admiral Delac Krenel's Sutric hegemony. The mission, led by Rogue Squadron, aimed to locate an Imperial superweapon near Disna, but it turned out to be a trap set by Krenel, who ambushed the Rogues with 6 squadrons of various TIE starfighters. As the Rogues found themselves overwhelmed and cornered, help came in an unexpected form. Colonel Brock Vessery, a commander of TIE Defenders, led 2 squadrons, Interloper and Stranger squadrons, to the rescue. The TIE Defenders' superiority in battle quickly became apparent. With their advanced design, combining laser cannons and torpedoes, the Defenders decimated Krenel's forces within minutes of their arrival. Despite their distrust of the Imperials, Rogue Squadron reluctantly followed Vessery and his forces back to a secret Imperial base, where they were to regroup and face Krenel's reinforcements. The base was one of the few remaining facilities capable of producing TIE Defenders, a reflection of how rare and valuable these starfighters had become. This was significant to Rogue Squadron's commander, General Wedge Antilles, who believed that the Empire had produced far fewer of the Defenders than the 3 full squadrons stationed at the base. The base had once been under the command of General Arnothian, who had intended to use the TIE Defenders to carve out his own warlord empire. However, he was eliminated by Izan Izard, the director of Imperial Intelligence, who took control of the base. Izard, despite her treacherous reputation, claimed that she wanted peace with the New Republic. To prove her intentions, she dispatched Vessery and his TIE Defenders to assist Rogue Squadron. Her ultimate goal was to help them eliminate Krenel and rescue several prisoners from the Lusankya, including the rebel hero, John Dodonna. To do so, she proposed a risky operation. Rogue Squadron would infiltrate Krenel's capital on Sutric IV, disguised as Imperial defectors. With the TIE Defenders providing cover, the Rogues would disable the planetary shield, clear the way for an assault on Krenel's prison, and allow the New Republic forces to strike from space. As part of the operation, Rogue Squadron underwent extensive training on the TIE Defender. They participated in simulated battles against Vessery's squadrons, preparing for the mission. The training proved successful, and the Rogues set out for Sutric IV. However, in a turn of events that proved her true nature, Izard betrayed both the New Republic and the Rogues, using the TIE Defenders for her own agenda. Despite the betrayal, Rogue Squadron succeeded in their mission. They destroyed the shield generators protecting Krenel's capital, rescued the prisoners, and even eliminated a clone of Isan Isard herself. However, after the real Isard was killed in an attempt to retake the Lusankya, Vessery and his 2 squadrons of TIE Defenders vanished without a trace. Though the TIE Defender was no longer in mass production after the fall of the Empire, it continued to see limited use under the Imperial remnant. The Defenders were considered too valuable and expensive to be deployed in large numbers, so they were assigned to only the best pilots within the remnant's forces. One such instance of TIE Defenders in action occurred shortly after the Adamari Civil War, when the Empire launched an assault against the New Republic forces in orbit of Adamar. Among the Imperial fighters were 4 TIE Defenders, assigned to the 181st Imperial Fighter Wing under the command of Tur Fenner. These TIE Defenders were deployed in 2 pairs and fought fiercely against the New Republic starfighters. Their presence in the battle proved to be a significant threat, and they were able to destroy or disable many New Republic ships before the tide of battle turned. Despite their effectiveness, the Imperial forces were ultimately defeated. In the chaotic combat that ensued, one of the TIE Defenders was destroyed in a dogfight with Rogue Squadron, and Fenner's own TIE Defender was heavily damaged, forcing him to withdraw from the battle. The appearance of the TIE Defenders in this conflict highlighted the Imperial remnant's ongoing reliance on the fighters, though it was clear that the TIE Defender would remain a rare and precious asset, one that would not see widespread use in the years to come. Even in the diminished state of the Empire, the TIE Defender was still a potent symbol of Imperial military might, capable of making a lasting impact on the battlefield. Even after the collapse of the Empire and the rise of the Imperial remnant, the TIE Defender continued to see service, particularly during the latter stages of galactic conflict, including the Yuzhan Vong War. These formidable starfighters remained a potent asset for the Imperial fleet, with several stationed on key Imperial capital ships, such as Grand Admiral Gilad Pelion's flagship, the Right to Rule. The TIE defenders proved their worth in various battles, often operating alongside other Imperial forces during the brutal conflict against the Yuuzhan Vong, a species that posed an unprecedented threat to the galaxy. During Operation Trinity, a significant mission during the war, the TIE defender made a notable appearance. Captain Maynard Devis, serving aboard the Immobilizer 418 class cruiser Rack, personally piloted one of 3 TIE defenders that escorted the Millennium Falcon to meet with Wedge Antilles' Alpha Fleet at Bilbringi. This mission was critical after the Yuuzhan Vong had crippled several HoloNet relay stations, cutting off communication between the Galactic Alliance forces. As the group emerged from hyperspace, they discovered Alpha Fleet was already embroiled in combat with the Yuuzhan Vong. The enemy had deployed a Vua Spar interdictor to prevent any escape. Devis, demonstrating exceptional leadership, dispatched one of his wingmates to alert Grand Admiral Palaeon of the trap, while the remaining TIE defenders engaged the Yuuzhan Vong forces. Although the TIE defenders played a crucial role in eliminating several enemy ships, both of Devis's defenders were ultimately destroyed during the battle, particularly in their efforts to take down the Vua Spar and allow Alpha Fleet to escape. Despite the loss of the starfighters, their swift actions were vital to the success of the mission, demonstrating the ongoing importance of the TIE defender even in the later stages of the war. As the Yuuzhan Vong mounted a significant offensive against the Galactic Alliance, the Battle of Mon Calamari became one of the defining engagements. During this fierce battle, multiple TIE defenders were deployed as part of an elite strike team, alongside other distinguished squadrons such as Rogue Squadron, Twin Suns, and Vanguard Squadron. However, the TIE defenders were met with a devastating counterattack. The Yuuzhan Vong forces, wielding powerful Yurek Core plasma cannons from their capital ships, unleashed a devastating barrage on the attacking starfighters, incinerating almost an entire squadron of TIE defenders. This loss highlighted the relentless firepower of the Yuuzhan Vong and the growing difficulty of maintaining a technological advantage against their bioengineering-based weaponry. In the years following the end of the Yuuzhan Vong War, the TIE defender continued to see limited use within the Imperial remnant, though they were often deployed in smaller numbers due to their high maintenance costs and the difficulty of producing them in large quantities. In 44 Anno Domini, the TIE defender played a significant role during a pivotal conflict involving former Imperial Admiral Natasi Dala. Dala, who had become the Galactic Alliance Chief of State, sought to overthrow Jagged Fel, the Imperial head of state, by amassing a fleet, her Maw Irregular Fleet, along with the fleets of several Moffs, including Drickel Leckerson, Porak Vanson, and Trevin, over Exodo II in the Meridian sector. Fel, having anticipated Dala's move, prepared an ambush with the loyalist Imperial forces. As the battle raged, Leckerson launched baradium missiles at key points on Fel's flagship, the Star Destroyer Gilad Palayan, forcing its crew to evacuate. Fel, along with his aide Ashik and Jedi bodyguard Tahiri Vela, escaped the ship, boarding 3 of the TIE defenders that had been stationed on the flagship. Despite their age and the advanced nature of newer starfighters, the TIE defenders' speed and maneuverability enabled the trio to successfully reach safety aboard the turbulent-class Star Destroyer Bloodfin, securing their survival in the midst of the chaotic conflict. This final use of the TIE defender underscored its enduring legacy within the Imperial remnant, continuing to serve as a symbol of the Empire's military might, even in its diminished state. Although these starfighters would never return to the prominence they once held, their role in these final stages of the war was a testament to their exceptional design and the continued reliance on elite pilots to operate them.